Yep. And we're at Pigeon Valley. We're gonna do a little hike today with our kids on our back, right? Yep. And we're gonna see what it's all about. So stay tuned.
Today's our last day in Cappadocia. Okay. She wanted to hold my hand. Today is our last day in Cappadocia. Really sad. We've had a lot of fun here. We'll be heading to Ankara tomorrow. Have some errands to run there. Gotta get suited up for some winter gear and get a new lens because mine broke. Tease. So do you know why it's called Pigeon Valley?
Well, I know the story about the fairy chimneys where they thought that the fairies used to live in those places, and that when they died or something along those lines, they turned into pigeons.
So this is called Pigeon Valley because hundreds of years ago, the people of this area discovered that pigeon manure made a good fertilizer because the lands of Cappadocia are generally infertile. So they built pigeon houses in these rocks to encourage more pigeons to live here and make it easier to collect their manure so that they could fertilize their crops and fertilize the land. And still to this day, hundreds of different species of pigeons still live here in this valley. So we can see tons of rocks with pigeon nests, birds flying around. It's probably gonna be a lot of pigeon poop everywhere. But that's the story of Pigeon Valley.
Yeah, I did see one beautiful bird that was like black and
Yeah,
white.
saw one white one.
If we find one, we're gonna make sure we get it on video.
Yeah.
It turns black and muddy.
Turns black and muddy, yeah, the ground is very muddy. This trail is 4 kilometers long and actually goes from Göreme all the way to Uçhisar Castle. We're not going that far today. Don't know how far we're going, but we're gonna walk for some time and then turn back and head to the car.
There's nothing like some barbed wire if you fall. We'll make sure it hurts.
Yeah,
Doesn't hurt yet.
this is the path on the side of this mountain, so it's a little sandy, so just be careful. Until you get over here and there's finally a fence. Please be careful. This is better.
We made it.
Yay!
Yay!
What'd you say earlier?
We made it in this way.
Earlier she said, it's amazing here.
Right? You said it's amazing.
It's amazing.
And that view behind us? Beautiful.
Anything in front of it.
Definitely, 100%, we will be back to Cappadocia someday. Hopefully we can bring some of our other family members to experience this as well. And I realize this probably doesn't look very steep in the video, but it is very steep. Probably does not look that steep. When I look through the camera, it doesn't look that bad, but in person, it's pretty steep and it looks pretty slippery. And it does go all the way up to the top of this mountain, so I think we're about to head back and turn around. Where's Ryan? I don't think you want to keep going. Look at this, what we have to go up.
Yeah, it's probably just safer just to just turn back now.
If we didn't have the kids, we would definitely...
Yeah, with better shoes, I'd probably do it.
100%. I think if it was just you and me and we had good shoes, we would be like doing the entire trail all the way to the castle and back, but...
I'd probably, if I had good shoes, I'd probably give it a second thought, but...
Yeah, not with the kids.
After
you know
that last...
If this was only if this was a loop trail, potentially with the right shoes with the kids, but the fact that we have to come back down this is risky because going up you might be able to do it, but coming down would be even more slippery. So
This is the way to go.
yeah, this is the way to go.
Okay.
It's the way I saw everybody going. So let's consensus is we're heading back. We saw some other people go up and it looks like they're going up pretty far, so don't want to risk it with the kids. We already did that once this week on that Rose and Red Valley hike, and that was pretty scary and definitely felt like bad parents when that was over for putting our kids through something that was potentially dangerous for them. So just to be safe, we're gonna head back. There's still tons of things to do in Cappadocia, so we'll go back and we'll talk about where we're gonna head next. So probably get lunch after this, and then there's still a couple places that we have not been yet. So see where we're about to go. I'm really sad that we haven't seen like the pigeon houses that you see if you Google Pigeon Valley. They may be like on the other side of the trail that we didn't go to. Also, I have not seen a lot of pigeons. I've heard a lot of birds, but I've seen one that black and white flying one, but other than that, I have not seen a lot of birds, so pretty sad. See a little hole there, maybe that's a little pigeon house, potentially. Let's walk through the yucky mud. Ugh. Oh look, yeah, probably like a pigeon house up there, way up there. Just saw two birds. Oh, there's one flying up there, but I don't have a good lens to be able to get a close-up.
Let's follow it.
Let's follow it. There he is. Little snail guy. Almost stepped on him. You should move him, like, across the path. So nobody steps on him. He's so cute. Wait, I don't know if you're supposed to touch snails. They, like, carry disease, right? I don't know.
Oh, I feel like you'd appreciate it.
Actually, I wouldn't touch it, but maybe get like a stick or something and help him. I think they carry disease, like some snails or something. So that's the pigeon, little pigeon homes way back there that I can't really zoom in on. So we just finished up our lunch and now we're on our way over to Zelve Open Air Museum. Just like Göreme Open Air Museum, it's a collection of cave dwellings and rock formations, as well as Byzantine-era churches. This one, however, was used as a settlement up until the 1950s, when it had to be abandoned due to landslides. And actually, the last family still lived there until the 60s, when one of their children was unfortunately killed by a landslide and they were forced to move. I think some areas are still guarded off because of the danger of landslides in this area, so I'm not sure which parts we'll actually be able to walk to, but I heard it's pretty big. I believe it's bigger than Göreme Open Air Museum, so we'll see when we get there in a few minutes. So the parking lot is right up there that you have to pay for, but if you just park a little bit away like we did, then you don't have to pay. There's basically no rules in Turkey about parking on the side of the road or parking wherever you want or double parking, triple parking, so.
What are the rules?
there's no rules. So park wherever you want, because save you money. It says online they're open till 5:30, and then the ticket office sign said 5, and then the man who came over to the ticket office said that they're closing at 4:45. So we have about an hour and 15 minutes.
I think it's still 5, but they want you
out
a few minutes so that they can get on time.
So
Can't blame them.
I think we got enough time, but I'm not going to be dilly-dallying on anything for sure. Look at the houses. This is where people used to live. Is that cool? People used to live here in the rocks, in the caves. Cool.
So this area is for the storage of wheat.
Wheat storage.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Okay.
Beautiful views everywhere. You can even see like way over there the pigeon houses, the little holes in the rock. Those are pigeon houses. Winery. This place is super beautiful. I like it even more than Göreme Open Air Museum, but
I was just gonna say that. And it's actually cheaper too.
yes, but you still cannot take pictures or videos inside the churches. Which the one church that we've been in so far, like by far, I like it better than the ones in Göreme. It was bigger, it was, I don't know.
I think the ones in Goreme had more color.
Yeah, more of like the original
We've only
paint.
seen that one church, but there was more color. But there's a couple guys that were open to sharing some of the depictions. That one had like a little laser pointer. One was called the grape and the fish. And there's a depiction of fish and grapevines that are still intact on the walls. So got a little tidbit there.
Yeah, pretty cool. There's a lot of stairs, and there's a lot of paths, so it looks like there's a lot to explore that we're not going to have time for probably, so
Or just go very quickly.
we're going to hustle through. But look at how beautiful. Look at how beautiful that is. There's still paths that go way back there. Yeah, we're not getting through all this.
No, with that attitude.
They used to climb up there to get into that one. Oh, it looks like a church. There's some paint above the door. Some symbols above that door too. There's no way up there now, but maybe before all the landslides there was. Someone's house. Yeah. Lots of graffiti. so all of this is roped off due to landslides, or the risk of landslides. This one's not roped off. It must have been really short because this is the top of my head hitting the door frame. Hello. This doorway is bigger. Some red paint at the top. I think this was another church. Yeah, this was a church. This was a church. Some tombs over there. Still have some cool detail carved into the rock. The cross is over there. More stairs, more stairs. It's only been about half an hour, so we still got plenty of time. But it looks like there's tons of little side paths that you could go down to see more of the houses and the cave dwellings, but we don't have time to go on all these side quests. So we're just staying on the main path and seeing what we find that way. But someday we could come back and see more, for sure.
One day we won't do 2-hour lunches with the kids.
Yeah, lunch takes 2 hours with the kids. Every time, no matter what. It's mostly Isla. The baby eats pretty fast. It's Isla. Taking her time. She wants us to feed her now. She wants us to feed her every bite. She's dilly-dallying. Yeah, it's just takes a lot longer than it should. So kind of puts a damper on the rest of the day since this time of year the sun sets around 6 p.m. So things are closing a lot earlier than they were in the summer. What do you want to say?
I want to say some sad ones.
What?
I want to say sad.
You're sad?
Yeah, I want to say.
Why?
Yeah, I want to say sad on the
Go ahead, say it.
I am very sad. We have a good day. It is I don't want to eat. It's I don't want to eat. It's I desperately don't want to eat.
I heard, we had a good day, I just don't want to eat, is what I heard.
And something about Ghost Lemmy.
And this beast is the sun. It's like the sun over here, and it's
The sun's over there.
Yeah, we gotta be quick because the sun's over there.
Yeah, the sun's going down. Let's go. If that's what you're trying to say, girl, I'm with you. The sun is going down. Tunnel entry. But it looks like it is blocked off. Alright, finally made it to the bottom again. Another church? A chapel, yeah. Must be a chapel. It's a mosque. That's why it has like the minaret. Mosque. It's a big one.
So you can definitely tell that there used to be more to it. You can see on both sides here that there's stairs that would lead up to an entrance up the top there. And just, you know, landslide, rock slide, whatever, kind of wiped everything out here.
The good thing about coming this close to close is it's so quiet here, and there's hardly anybody here. So we're not like waiting behind people trying to get pictures or trying to walk into the churches. Haven't really encountered too many people. So that's the upside about coming so late in the day.
Could also be the season as well, since we're on the shoulder.
And I think October is still a pretty popular time for Cappadocia because the weather is honestly perfect for everything. The hiking, the hot air balloons.
It's about what people know.
I don't know. I still think we've seen it pretty busy. The Göreme Open Air Museum that we went to in the middle of the day was packed.
Well, there's tour groups.
Tour groups, yeah, it was packed. There's tour groups here too, but they were leaving. The tour groups generally leave before this time, so that's also good.
Tomatoes.
Dovecotes. Pigeonaries. So this is like the birdhouses.
So you can see some of the art up there. The pigeonaries contain old Islamic art.
They do?
So that's what we are looking at here.
All over. Actually contains some excellent examples of the Islamic art of painting in the local style. Cool. At this point, I'm not seeing any other people in here at all. And it is silent, except for the birds. Rock dwelling, end of valley. I think we're coming to the end. It's another house. It's so crazy to think that an entire settlement of people lived here as early as the 1950s. It just blows my mind because that's pretty recent. That's like the last 75 years. So, isn't that pretty cool?
Yeah.
Entire settlement of people lived here just 75 years ago. I think we've reached the end of the valley. There's a little path up there, but I don't have time for that. This is the last little house. You know, it gives me vibes like that movie. What's it? What's up is down and down it. What is it? The one that's like the tongue twister. The one that's is that in Paris? The Catacombs in Paris.
Oh.
That horror movie. What's the name of it?
I don't know. Those are real though.
Yeah, I know, and I'll never go there because of that movie. Well, there's a movie that I'm gonna look up later, set in the catacombs of Paris. It's a horror movie. Walking through some of these cave dwellings reminds me of that. If I came here at night, I would probably expire. I'd be so scared. Honestly, I'm a little scared right now because it's so quiet and we're all alone. Right. So head back to the beginning. What time is it?
It is 4:17.
4:17. So
We still have 30 minutes.
still have 30 minutes, but I'm sure everybody else is already gone.
Please keep the seats though.
That there is a full-on tree growing underneath that rock. That's awesome.
So what we're looking at here is the monastery.
With the tree growing out of it?
With the tree growing out of it.
It's beautiful. Closed to visitors because it poses a great danger. Consists of 3 levels, and its natural large cupola is very striking. The access between the spaces is by means of labyrinth-like narrow, long tunnels and shafts. The lower levels are mainly used as stables and the upper levels were living areas. I was tired. She didn't nap today. And the baby is having his second nap of the day, which I'm not happy about because he did not sleep last night because I think yesterday he took too many naps. So
Here we are.
here we are
Stop kicking
in the
me.
same situation as yesterday. Silly guy.
Wake up.
He's so cute. He's so cute though.
Wake
He's so
up!
comfortable.
Wake up, baby, go!
Let's go. It's 4:30 and the guy just blew the whistle, yelling at everyone to come back and get out. So that was a good solid, what, hour and 15? No, hour.
No, it
Good.
was exactly an hour.
Good solid hour. Back to our good old car. Heading back to the car. Definitely don't pay for the parking. I mean, it's only 15 lira, which right now is like, I don't know, 50 cents US. So it's really nothing. But you can park for free, literally just like a couple feet down the road. Perfectly free, legal. So why not? Get a little bit extra exercise. There's really no reason to pay for parking here at all. So, and everybody that was in front of us is gone now. One of the last ones to leave.
Yep.
So, let's get these kids down and get in for the night, pack up our stuff, and tomorrow we'll be headed out to Ankara.